Good morning, guys. Um, one little thing, but pretty important thing too, to add from yesterday's talk about calories. When you think of hunger, when your body has that hunger sensation, what it's actually telling you is that it needs nutrients and that it wants nutrients. And we just talked yesterday about nutrients being proteins, fats, carbs, and more specifically, vitamins and minerals in this case. So a great example is if you're hungry and you sit down and eat a ton of vegetables and a ton of foods that are high in nutrients, they're nutrient dense, you'll notice that your hunger sensation goes away fairly quickly because you're giving your body what it's asking for. However, if you sit down and maybe watch a movie, it's pretty typical or common for us to have a snack like maybe some popcorn or some chips or some candy. And you may notice that during those times, you can go through a ton of food. You can go through a ton of candy, a ton of chips because it's not nutrient dense and you're not giving your body what it needs to be satisfied. So, just something to keep in mind when you have that hunger sensation. If you truly are hungry and your body is asking for nutrients, make sure that that's what you give it because that's what it wants. Today we're going to go away from nutrition just for a little bit. We'll come back, but I want to talk about exercise. And, you know, the good thing about what's been happening lately, maybe you've noticed, I definitely have, is that because of this virus that's going around, what people are starting to do is they're starting to be more active. And I would say it's because people want to protect their body. They want to prepare their body in case they do get it, if they do get the virus. And there's a ton of things that go into good health, and exercise is one of those things. And there's a lot of benefits to exercise. I'm just going to name a few. It's very important to understand the why of things and not just understand the what. Yes, we understand that exercise is good, but why? Exercise, in the most simplest form, it increases your heart rate. And what your heart does is it's a muscle, and it pumps blood, which contains oxygen and so many other things, and it distributes it to our body. When we exercise, our heart becomes stronger, our body's able to circulate and get cells and other important things so our body can do its job. Okay, when we don't move our body, when we don't exercise, our heart becomes weaker, it has to work harder even though it's weaker, and we don't circulate all the good things in our body to help fight off disease and just keep our body functioning at a high level. Other things too, like exercise is a natural way to eliminate stress or to limit stress. And there's definitely stress-induced illnesses. People who are not active, who have maybe a very difficult job, who are stressed, can bring on illness in itself. And one thing I want to do is talk about checking your pulse. Checking your pulse and getting a read on your beats per minute can be a great indicator to, how your body's doing. So what you want to do is take your wrist. You can check it on your neck too, but I'm just going to show you how to check it on your wrist. If you put your wrist over, I can't really get a good read here. Okay, it's if you have your palm face up. I'm using my left hand. Okay, and it's going to be on the outer side, the left side of the body. It's next to the radius. Okay, it's going to be in between your tendon and the bone. Okay, you're going to take 2 fingers, not your thumb, because your thumb has a pulse in itself. Once you can start feeling your pulse, you're going to start counting the number of beats for 15 seconds. After you get that number, you'll multiply it times 4, and that will be your beats per minute. Below this video, you're going to see a table that provides normal heartbeats depending on your age. And, you'll see where you fall within that category. A couple things to keep in mind. If you are very active and your resting heart rate is below, the normal heart rate that's in the table, which is 60, that could be okay. Okay, because remember, a heart that's strong, a heart that's been exercised, is able to be more efficient. And what that means is it's able to beat less because it's pumping out more blood per beat. That's why exercise is so important. It strengthens your heart, which is a muscle, and it allows it to do its job at a more efficient rate. So if you are below what the resting heart rate is in the table, that could be okay. It could mean other things, but if you are active, and if your resting heart rate's like 40 or 50, it's perfectly okay. Okay. As far as that, I hope you guys are doing well. Halfway through the week. Just another thing that you could do for me too, if there's students in your class that have not been in touch with me, I've been in touch with them, but if you could get a hold of them and get them back on track, that would be a huge help. Okay. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.